Hi guys, welcome back to VKQ, Interests and Adventures. So the video I'm doing today was inspired by a video I saw first over on Do You Nerds channel, and then went down the rabbit hole of watching them. They gave credit to Megadan29, so I checked out that video, and then RGT Games, and a few others. And that is a challenge set forth to build a Super Nintendo collection with $100. Now, my wife wasn't going to hand me $100 and let me start from scratch, so I'm using ones I already have in my collection. The rules of the challenge are very simple. Use pricecharting.com to come up with an average price. We all know price charting is not exact, but that's what we're going to use for the baseline. And pick as many games as you can to get a small little stack for a beginning collection for a Super Nintendo. I went forth and did so, and I got me some games here that maybe you guys might like. The first game I decided to pick for the collection is $6.06. This one is extremely nostalgic for me. I used to play this with my buddy Ken all the time. If you like NBA Jam, I'm sure you'll also like College Slam. Game mechanics are exact same thing. Even more teams, you're playing as college teams, and you can rename all your characters. That was always fun too. Especially when I was 12 and had a less mature sense of humor. So, my first game, $6.06, sports title, College Slam, really fun. Next one is probably one nobody else is going to pick. I haven't seen it yet, but it was one of the first ones when I got my Super Nintendo again, I went and found. Coming in at $6.10, Mario Paint. This one, you can entertain yourself for hours making songs, coloring in pictures, making little cheesy animations, or for me, swatting flies. I don't know why I like that game so much, but I swatted a lot of flies on this game. The third game I picked, I had to get, was the very first game. Actually, in the bundle was this one and this next one when I first bought with my own money my Super Nintendo as a kid. My first Super Nintendo. Coming in at $16.75, Super Mario World. Super Mario World, in my opinion, is the quintessential side-scrolling platformer in the Mario series. It is the best Mario game. A lot of people argue Super Mario 3. A lot of people argue plenty of other ones, or they'll argue a 3D game, you know, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, and those are all great games. But for me, this game has so much replayability. I love this game. Next one, coming up in at $14.99. I give you guys a hint. I picked quintessential fighter from the 90s. Picked Street Fighter 2. I know other people picked Killer Instinct. I know other people picked Mortal Kombat. I went with the classic that I put a whole bunch of quarters in the arcade and just have a ball playing. Next one, I decided to do another side-scrolling platformer. One of the best ones ever made, in my personal opinion. $15.42. We got Donkey Kong Country. This was another one when I got my Super Nintendo that was one of the original ones I had to go buy and find when I got my Super Nintendo again. Actually, almost all these games are. So I'm pretty much just reliving the order of me buying these games when I got a Super Nintendo again. Great game. If you haven't played it, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's awesome. Now, I wanted to pick a few other games, but because of the price constraint, I couldn't put Super Punch-Out. But I love boxing games. Absolutely love boxing games. I'm pretty sure I'd have to have a boxing game in every single type of system I have, and I do. So, for this one, for $7.19, I picked George Foreman's KO Boxing. Great game. I played it originally on the regular Nintendo growing up, but The updated graphics playing it on the Super Nintendo is just as cool, and it's the same patterns. Just like in Punch-Out, if you memorize the patterns, you're going to get far in the game. And finally, I had to have a racer, and this is by far the one that took the most amount of money for my budget. I chose at $29.66 at the time of filming this in October of 2022, Super Mario Kart. Who doesn't love Super Mario Kart? Great game. I love it. I've played it multiple different times on different tournaments and different people's challenges. Shout out to Captain Algebra for when he was doing his monthly retro challenges. Hint, hint, Cap, if you want to start those up again, I'm down to play. And that gave me a grand total of $96.17. But now that I got this stack of games, I got 7 games here I got to play. I need fuel. So I'm adding to the collection $2.99, 2-liter Mountain Dew. I'm going to go play some video games. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe.